Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Millen Livis, your financial empowerment mentor. I was kind of offline for several weeks now, had to take some personal space off. And this is a very important moment for me because I feel that I have something that I have to share with you. It was not planned. As you know, what I do, I help women to become financially empowered and make their money work for them. So that involves strategy and tactics about managing money, about investing strategically, handling your mindset. But today, what I want to talk to you about is something, like I said, it's unexpected. You can say, downloaded this. So as a matter of fact, I will be using my diary. So this is my own journal that I want to use to share with you what I want to say today. So today I want to talk to you not about the strategies and tactics, which I do teach. Like I said, I do teach how to manage money efficiently, how to be a savvy money manager, how to invest in the stock market and in real estate, etc. Today, I want to talk to you about the framework for becoming abundant, for activating your power to prosper. I want to share with you the very, very important container that will help you to see everything in the proper perspective. So I was recently talked to one woman, and she said, I thought you only teach money management and money investing. And like I said, I feel that it's very important to see things in perspective, so you will have a better big picture of why you're doing that, because money is only a symbol of wealth. It's important to have money. It's important to be able to manage and invest money. But I want to remind you that ultimately it's not the money that people want. We all want to have amazing lives, to have extraordinary life, to feel loved, to feel significant, to leave a legacy. And ultimately, that's what drives us to be the better version of ourselves, to be wealthier so we could achieve more. And this aspect of building wealth, having this big vision for what you're doing, why you're doing, is very important, because I like to say that journey to wealth, it's a journey. It's not only about destination, having certain amount of millions, etc. It's also about who you will become when you get there. It's about your destiny. Somehow, human brains are wired to focus on what is missing, what is not working, what we're lacking. That's kind of like a default mode of operation. And in our daily living, it's not easy to always remember that this is not the way we want to live our life, right? We want to have more joy. We want to have less stress. We want to have more excitement in our life. So the focus on what resources you're missing sometimes takes you away from the fact that you are resourceful. So even if you miss some resources at the moment, I want to remind you that regardless of your current circumstances, you are resourceful by default. So you can always find a solution to whatever problem you may be dealing with. And what is important to remember that you are the source of this solution. If you need to find the solution to anything that you're dealing with, look in the mirror. Because it's quite common, and I've been in this place myself, even recently, that we give the power to something or someone in our lives. We feel that if we don't have this partner, or if we don't have this manager, or if we don't have this job, or if we don't have this business, we will not, it's like our identity will be lost. We will not know how to be in this world, or how to run our business if we lose particular team member, or how we're gonna feel loved again if we lose this this partner in our life. And this is very important point that I want you to remember always. You are the source of everything. You are the source. Other people, other opportunities are channels for you, but they're not your source. And if you always remember this very, very simple but important thesis, you will not feel that you don't have power, because you do. Most people, including myself sometimes, are trying to achieve something. We have our goals and we're trying to achieve this goal. And, you know, it's nothing wrong with wanting something in your life. But the fact that we're trying to achieve something that we perceive exists outside of us makes it feel that it's external, it's out of our control. And this feeling that, you know, I want something, I want to achieve XYZ, but it's not part of who I am, it's external, I don't have control over it, may create resistance, may create frustration, and state of burnout. So knowing that whatever you want in life, whatever your big desire, whatever your grand vision is, it's already within you. It's a seed, it's your destiny that you were born with, and that it's not external circumstances or people out there who will decide or define whether it's going to happen for you or not. It's part of who you are already. You were born with this seed. And all you need to do is to create a proper environment, create a, you know, the ground for this seed of your destiny to blossom. And what is this seed? The seed of this destiny is your character. Your character defines your destiny. Your character defines your experiences. And if you want to live the dream life, if you want to achieve the vision, the grand vision that you want to have, you need to cultivate certain habits. Because how do you create a character that you want to have? By having daily habits of thinking, feeling, doing, and being. So I don't remember who said this, that all men are alike. It's the habit that separates them. And our habits, what is important is what you do daily, not so much what you do once in a while. So our habits are defined by our values, by our desires, by our vision. So every time when you feel like, you know, I want something, remind yourself that I need to have a certain set of habits that will help me to become congruent as a person, to become congruent with the vision that I want to realize in my life. I'm looking at my diary because there are so many points that I want to share with you. I don't want to miss them. Your circumstances, your current circumstances, or your past circumstances, even your upbringing, they don't have as much power over your potential, over your destiny, as character does. If you look at most successful people, most legendary people, it was their character that defined who they became. And the good news is that this power to create this character, to define this character that would be congruent with your vision, is totally in your control. So you don't need to worry about your boss promoting you, or your partner, treating you the way you want. You define your character, and everything else would be reflected from inside. Another word for character could be your consciousness, right? So because ultimately we project outward what we have inside. Unfortunately, some people feel that, their bad luck, or their upbringing, or their parents not being the way they were supposed to be, or missing parents, put them in a situation, or put them in a disadvantage of what they could have been. And this could not be farther from truth. Think about Nelson Mandela, who spent over 20 years in prison, and used this time to become such a powerful character that, as soon as he was liberated, he became a president. So this example shows you that it's not about where you've been and the challenging situations you had. As a matter of fact, everything that you experience in life, maybe job that is not, exactly your dream job, or some relationship that maybe, didn't work out the way you wanted to work out. Every experience you have molds your character, prepares you for something else down the road. So just this example with Nelson Mandela, who could imagine that spending time in prison could prepare him for becoming a president? So the point that I'm trying to make, you don't miss anything, any opportunities that you thought you might have had in life. They're not missed, because every experience that you have, in your relationship, and maybe even with your health, or business, prepares you for the next phase of your journey in life. And another thing I want to mention, that there is no time stamp or time of expiration on your goal. Sometimes your vision doesn't happen on your timeline. It happens on divine timeline. And, your vision may unfold in ways that, not exactly the way you expected them. Let me share with you a couple of examples from my own life. When I came to the United States, I could never imagine that I, within a fairly short period of time, could become a Wall Street executive. But that was my dream. My dream was to work on Wall Street. And I, made a goal that I will, hi Nakisha, thank you for being here. I made a goal that I will make it happen. And I worked toward this goal. And maybe it didn't happen on my timeline, but it did happen. Another goal that I had was to have a successful investment business. And it was very challenging at the beginning, and I would be lying if I would say that, I always was a very strong believer that it will happen. As a matter of fact, I was leading with action. My beliefs that it will happen were lagging at some point, because it was, I went through challenging times, as many of you may know. But I was leading with action. And again, maybe it didn't happen on my line time. It happened on divine time, but it did happen. Another dream I had was to have, to travel the world and have homes in different parts of the world. And that was like, I was just I had this vision, but I had no idea how I will make it happen. And just, you know, small step after small step, somehow things unfolded, and it became true. The thing is that universe has infinite organizing power, and we don't always have the most efficient and the most possible way to get there. So, and we don't have to have such a precise way of knowing how to get there. What is important is to know what exactly that you want and why, and feel really passionate about this. So again, I don't want you to worry about, you know, where you've been before, or maybe where you are right now, what maybe challenging time you're going through in your life at the moment. I want you to focus not on achieving your goals, but on becoming the person, becoming the character that is congruent with the vision that you want to have in your life. Becoming a character that has a set of habits of thinking and feeling and doing and being that will help you to live your dream life, that will help you to have the life that is aligned with your values. This kind of approach of evolving, or rather, allowing what is inside of you to emerge, is very empowering approach, because it doesn't require you to chase for something that outside of you. You are in control of your character. You are in control of your habits. And this makes you, puts you in a position of being much more empowered than any external goal that you might have that would depend on someone allowing you to be, to be wealthy, or allowing you to own the company, or allowing you to be loved. You are in control. What else I wanted to share with you today? I have so many things that I almost feel overwhelmed. I want to look at my diary again. So I said that the very important question to ask is, who do I need to become to be congruent with the vision that I want to realize in my life? Who do I need to become? What kind of character traits I want to cultivate? I want to, what kind of habits, because how do you cultivate character? Through the daily habits. What kind of habits I need to implement in my daily life that I will develop these traits that I want to have in order to be congruent with my vision. So that's kind of like a very brief overview of what I want to share and what I want to teach. It's a very, very short version of what I want to teach in my upcoming wealth building event in the south of France. So I want to invite you to this 3 days private, very empowering event called Your Power to Prosper in the south of France. It's going to happen on September 7th through 9th, I believe, this year. And right now you're in luck, because I offer amazing early bird price. For $697, you can come to this event. You will spend time in my villa in the south of France. We will enjoy infinity pool and jacuzzi. We will do yoga every morning. We will visit the beaches. This is just a bonus to everything else that you will receive, and the amazing boost of self-confidence and competence that you will get from this experience. So again, I invite you to play with me at this event in the south of France in September. I will post the link to sign up for this event as an early bird at the early bird price, and I hope that you will come and have amazing time with us. All right, so let me see if I have any questions. All right, so I think that would be it for today. And again, I invite you to join me every Tuesday at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 7 o'clock British time, to have my next mini class. Next mini class probably would be on a more strategic or tactical topic, but I felt that giving you this time frame, not time frame, the a framework, the container for building your wealth is very important, so you will have a bigger picture. All right, so thank you again for your time, and I'll see you next week on Tuesday. Thank you. Be well and stay empowered.